guys, I don't know if you just caught that interview with Shiko Kaitani with the one and only Kawera of Papa Shirandula, and she brought the house down. She was so shy. I didn't expect a very, very seasoned artist or, you know, actor to be very shy, but it's okay. I guess to each man his own. Meanwhile, in studio with me, we have Mr. Job Mogira, CEO and founder of House of Mastery. He is an advanced Toastmaster, and he is currently a scholar at Harvard. And then we have Mr. Stuart Nash. He is the CEO and a director of the Nairobi Performing Arts. And we have Martin Kidinchi, all-round nice guy and famous actor. Nimekuintroduce vizuri. Simona venye muko fanya tu job poa sana sana.
If you insist.
I do, by the way. I think you should just recognize and say thanks.
Okay. Good job, good job.
Let's just start over there, Job. Tell us about yourself. What is House of Mastery?
So House of Mastery is an outfit that helps people get beyond the point of setting goals and having New Year's resolutions which they forget after a short while.
Okay.
So it's beginning to understand what truly is the pathway for you to pursue what you truly desire and achieve it. So we help people identify either a skill, craft, or segment of industry they want to master. And we give them strategies which are aligned to their personality, their interests, so that they can consistently pursue the goals they want and achieve it. So the areas we speak about, we train people in our emotional intelligence, public speaking, personal mastery, personal branding. So it's a whole set of all these skills.
Okay.
To get somebody to really bring out who they are in a way that develops them so that you don't just achieve goals. You grow, you become better, stronger, more rounded as you achieve goals.
If I called it a mentorship program, would that be watering it down?
So mentorship is one of the things we do, because in mentoring, we are helping you walk on the path you want. In addition to mentorship, we also coach. In coaching, we work with you in a specific area where you want to develop expertise. And training, where we impart to you skills. So coaching is about imparting attitudes. Training is giving you the skill. And sometimes we link people up with, we bring in other trainers who are more experienced in the areas that you need to learn if we don't have expertise. But in coaching, it is simply giving you the attitude that will make you consistent, reliable, predictable in the areas that you want to master.
Hey, that was delivered very effectively. It's like we rehearsed before this, and we did not. I kid you not. All right, Nash, tell us a bit about the Nairobi School of Performing Arts.
Okay, Nairobi Performing Arts Studio is a performing arts academy which is based at the Kenya National Theatre. We run courses, they're year courses in acting, singing and dancing in the performing arts, which is, I believe, the first performing arts academy in Kenya. We're actually working with the Ministry of Education to offer a national recognised certificate and diploma course.
Okay.
So that's
how's that going so far?
It's
Tapping
good.
into the
It's
market
really
for the
good.
first time.
Yeah, it's really good. I've only been here a couple of years, but I feel that from what people have told me that there's a real resurgence in interest in the arts. I'm sure in the next 5 or 10 years it'll be a really big thing.
Have you watched a local play yet?
Yes.
How do you compare it to what you're teaching in
I don't
class?
speak Kikuyu.
Okay, not local in vernacular, but local in English.
I've seen a couple, yeah. Yeah. They're different in the kind of thing that we would do. I've not seen a musical here actually, and we tend to do musicals, as you know. We tend to do like kind of Broadway, West End, big productions with larger budgets. So yeah, it's kind of different. I think the ones that I've seen a couple here that actually in Mbugua I was in at the Kenya National Theatre a few months ago, which is good, really good play. But I've not seen a musical here, to be honest.
So what are you working on now?
Now we are working on a musical called Jesus Christ Superstar. It's a really big production that was originally done on Broadway and in the West End in 1972 or something.
Okay.
We have our very famous Jesus here. Then we have Mkamze Mwatela is playing Herod. We have Mugambi Nthiga is playing Judas, and Naskidinji is playing Mary. So we have a really awesome cast, and there's like 40 people in it, so it's a big show.
Star-studded cast. Mr. Star, how are you doing?
Are you talking to me?
I see what you did there. Tell me, how does it feel being in such a play? It doesn't sound a bit blasphemous. You know, we are Kenyans, and the way Kenyans see things is not particularly the way Stuart might have.
Okay, funny story. Not even funny story, strange story. When I was a kid growing up, I used to perform in plays in church. And during Easter, I'd be Jesus. At some time, I was Caiaphas. During Christmas, I'd be Joseph, you know. So these are stories that need to be told. And as performing artists, it's the skill that we've been given as performers to tell these stories in the way that we could. So are you calling the people who write books blasphemous because they're telling stories in their own way using books? So this is the skill that I have. I have to use it to tell this story.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very smart answer. I see what you did there. I want us to talk about how you came to be Jesus in this play. Only because I have inside information.
Insider. I'll tell this story this way. So I got a call. I actually saw a text saying we are looking for someone to fill up this role. If you're interested, text this number. So I did. I texted this number, and then I got a call. I was told, yeah. So we have a show which had initially run in April, I believe. Yes. April, yeah. And we had someone who was doing this role, and he pulled out last minute. So basically, they needed someone to come in and be the savior.
Oh, because you're playing Jesus, you came in to be...
You don't have to explain it, otherwise it won't be a joke.
Whatever,
oh, come on.
Martin, Kibinji. Any relation to Nice Kibinji? I know you get this a lot.
The name?
Yes.
Yes. She's a sister from another mother.
Another mother, same...
Another mother, another father.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So just crazy artists who happen to work together.
I wouldn't say crazy, because I'm sure you've not really met Nice.
Creative.
Yes! I knew you were smart. I knew you'd make it in this industry.
Stop it. So tell us about the relation between public speaking and the course you're taking at Harvard currently.
So it's interesting that the ending up at Harvard was by accident. I traveled for an international conference.
What a happy accident.
The rapporteur for the conference ran late, and nobody was willing to step on to the platform to facilitate the session. I stood up to the platform and started facilitating.
Okay.
And because the chair of the session was from Harvard, we became friends, and that's how I ended up there. So I wouldn't really connect the program at Harvard with public speaking directly in any other way. But the fact that being able to stand up and facilitate a session became the reason why I ended up there.
Okay, what do you study at Harvard?
So it's getting trained in emotional intelligence and leadership. So it's the relationship between, for example, you know, the United States is very strong in terms of business. The Fortune 500 is all in the US.
That's true.
So they are always exploring new science in terms of how it can be applied in business and leadership. So emotional intelligence is one of the hot things. Previously it's been motivation, public speaking. Now it's emotional intelligence. And so I'm getting mentored in the Institute of Leadership under the Kennedy School of Government in this area of emotional intelligence.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, emotional intelligence. Nash, do you have something to say about emotional intelligence? Sounds something right up your alley.
Don't ask me that.
Don't
ask me that, Valentine, because I just said to Job, I don't know what that means. So you're going to make me look stupid.
Emotional intelligence. All right. But it kind of sounds like acting in a way, no? There's no relation. Don't you feel there's a relation, Nash?
What do you think the relation is?
I see what you did.
Every single actor who stands out, I think it's because they are emotionally very intelligent. They can they can portray emotions which artificially, but it seems like they are actually experiencing it. Or they can also read the emotions of the co-actors, the director, and they are able to adapt themselves to that environment. So I don't think it sounds like something very sophisticated, but it's actually something we do every single day.
I think it's also important that actors are very open, because they can have that emotional intelligence and be able to tap into those emotions, but if they're not free to be able to express them, that's another that can be an issue. But yeah.
Dear actor, say something.
Yeah, it was interesting that they're talking about actors, and
you're
this
right
actor is
here.
just here like, let me tell you what we go through. But he's very right. Every performing artist, if I can call them that, because it's beyond just actors, we also have musicians. Every performing artist prides over the ability to affect the emotions of others, okay? the power of an artist is in affecting the audience's emotion, or whoever is working or standing opposite you. If I am able to make you feel a certain way that you did not particularly intend to feel at that time, then I have power over you. If I make you laugh, you didn't really want to laugh at that time, but I made you laugh, so Yahtzee, I have power over you. So the ability to do that, if they call it emotional intelligence, yeah, very intelligent.
You've
Mimi.
studied in the art of how to answer interview questions. Yes?
No, I'm Jacob.
Look at you go.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay, now that Y254 is a station targeted to the youth, what would you tell the youth? They can see you and they've seen Martin Githinji on adverts. I don't want to mention them, but very, very big adverts. You're all up in our TV, you're on the stage. So how would you encourage someone who's trying to branch out into this field?
Okay, which camera?
Eish, I know you've always wanted to ask that.
Come on, but of course, okay.
It's that one over there.
Yeah, it's fine. Life. I'm trying to look for those sophisticated words
You're
to
so
start
extra,
with. Anyway, it's interesting how once you come out of your bubble as an individual, you realize how simple life can be. And I'm not saying it as things move smoothly, no. It's simple in terms of the decisions that you make over yourself. Life is all about choices. It is one choice that leads to the next level of your life. It is by me, interestingly, it is by me choosing just to decide, you know what, these guys are looking for Jesus. Let me text and see how it's going to go. Send. It is by that choice I made at that point that I'm here now doing this interview. I don't really care about what happens after that. By the way, if my life as an artist ends here now, I'm not even going to do that musical.
You made it.
I'm in Mefika. But yes, it's all about the choices you make. And choices need to be intent, purposeful. You need to decide. When I was just after high school, sometimes this is something I've been telling some kids when I at times get the opportunity to do some high school talks. You need to unafaa kujam na life. Unafaa kujam. Useme, by the way, life, hautanipeleka vile wewe unataka. You're not going to take me the way you want. I will decide where my life is going to go by making choices relevant to the future that I want to see for myself. So if I want to be on TV, I'll start talking to people I see on TV. And I'll just one day happen to, can I carry your bag to that TV station? And he ended up in Harvard, not because he applied to go to Harvard, but because he decided to facilitate that event.
Okay.
Yes, life is all about choices.
Nash, now that you decided to come to Kenya, how does this Mzungu vibe go? Like, Mzungu, nipe kazi, give me work. Or it's like this, and especially in terms of artists and any young people who want to start out in the acting scene and come to the National Theatre and see a Mzungu. Like, just try me out, I can act. And either they can't act or they can. How do you deal with that?
Okay, well, I think firstly, that the arts is definitely being taken more seriously than it was before, and I think there's definitely a drive to that. I remember doing an interview a couple of years ago where a famous interviewer said, we were talking about when we were discussing about the Nairobi Performing Arts Studio, and she said, oh yeah, so it's for people, not everybody can be a doctor or a lawyer, so it's like oh, you can't do that. So it's like a default position, go into the arts because you can't be a doctor or a lawyer.
So if you failed in school, the next best
that was
thing
the kind
is
of, that was the
acting.
Yeah, that's what. But I think more and more we're getting so many inquiries now, especially as we're working on this national curriculum with the Ministry of Education, that people actually genuinely want to do the performing arts. They don't just want to do it because they can't be a doctor or a lawyer. I mean, there's people all over the world that do performing arts and they make good salaries out of it. I mean, look at we've got 4 really great celebrities in this show and they're all making a living out of it. So I don't think it should be viewed as something that you should do because you can't be a doctor or a lawyer. So.
All right. Job. how are you using the information you're getting at Harvard? How are you applying it now to your field of, I don't want to say, how do I phrase this? What are you applying it to right now?
I think perhaps what you should know is my training is, I'm supposed to be in the hospital right now. I'm a medical doctor by background. So I stepped out to pursue what my passion really is.
You did all the years?
Don't worry about the years, because sometimes, I mean, this is life. You really, I have worked with people who are stuck in an area because they qualified and became a lawyer. They are stuck in that position, but every single day they go home, they are dissatisfied. So for me to be doing what I'm doing is because this is what I'm passionate about. So how I am using what I'm gaining is that can you imagine my most remarkable client in terms of public speaking is a 72-year-old man of Asian origin who has been through all the corporate levels, but every single time he spoke in the family, he felt inadequate. Can you imagine?
In his
At
family?
all his son's weddings, his daughter's weddings, he feels inadequate.
Okay, but how
Comes, we work with him for 2 weeks, he goes and makes a speech and says, for the first time, I felt like the head of this home. So that's what it means, where we have elevated academic credentials way above skills which truly matter. Being able to communicate. The reason why you affect us the way you do as journalists, actors, is because you are at the level where we can relate to you as a human. So when you see me as a doctor dressed in the lab coat, I tell you, take this 3 times a day. It has too much formality. It forgets the human connection. So when I now work with individuals and see them begin to step out of jobs they hate, but they have been going to, and they start doing something else, they earn less, but they are happier. I can't be more satisfied than that.
Where can people find you?
I think the easiest way to reach me right now is perhaps via social media. I have a Facebook page called House of Mastery with Dr. Job Mogire. House of Mastery with Dr. Job Mogire. There's also a website called that's www.houseofmastery.com. I think that would be the easiest way to reach me and find out what we do and see perhaps what you can plug in and get from this, so that you don't have to be stuck. It doesn't matter whether you scored A's. If they led you to a place where you're dissatisfied, you don't belong there.
Because I feel that's a struggle for youth. I got a C or a D plus.
You did?
Salaba.
You did?
You need to chill. This is
okay.
a for example.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
And then now suddenly I have to do this job, this either manual labor or just some type of job. I don't want to specify because maybe someone has been dreaming about this particular job. And I want to be out of it, but it pays my bills, you know. I go there every day, 8 to 5, pays the bills, but I hate it. I want to move on, but I feel like I don't have credentials enough. I can't afford to go back to school. I don't even want to go back to school. So that's I think you're a doctor in your own right, though. Like you fix broken careers, broken dreams.
Broken emotions.
Not emotions, though. That's a shrink, Martin.
Oh,
focus. Sorry. Tell us about Jesus Christ Superstar, when it's running from, and what we should expect.
Okay, it's running from the 14th to the 17th of September at the Kenya National Theatre. You should expect a very big production. The tickets are 1,500 each, although on Thursday, Friday and Saturday matinee we have an offer where if you buy 4, you get 1 free. Okay. You get an extra ticket for free.
But there's a stamp. I've seen the poster, so I've seen the stamp free. So please, actually there it is. We have the trailer running on. There's Mugambi, there's Nkamze. How did you put this together though? I like the...
We shot this, this is the set, as you know, and we shot it on the stage at the National Theatre.
I think the concept to many, maybe the concept of the National Theatre is very foreign, so they feel it's only for specific kind of groups of people, but anyone can come
I've heard that actually. People view it as an elitist kind of thing.
Yes.
Actually, most people, whenever I mention the National Theatre, they say, I went to see a set book there.
Yeah,
that's the last time they went when they were in school or something. But it's not. It's just open to anyone and everyone. It's a national institution, and it's really something you should be proud of. I don't think there's another African country that has a theatre like this.
Oh, Aish, all right. That feels so good. Yes. And I've had people talk about the previous one, the Jesus Christ Superstar that ran in April. And I hear you did an amazing job. The way you utilized that stage, it felt out of Kenya. So with Izo Tutazote, by the way, you guys need to come see Jesus Christ Superstar from the 14th to 17th of September of this month, right?
Yep.
And a ticket is how much again?
1,500.
All right. That's standard. There's no VIP. There's
There's no VIP, there's no early bird tickets. It's all the same.
What is the craziest thing you have ever had on stage as a director?
A camel.
A camel, like a living, breathing,
Yeah. We did-
walking around.
Yeah, in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, we had a live camel. On the
How did you, didn't it, you know, Ngamia, guys, Ngamia, he had a camel walking around on the stage, living and breathing.
It was very smelly.
Oh,
I'll tell you that.
Oh my goodness. Oh, so if he had a live camel on one of his shows, you can only imagine what's coming up next. Okay, Martin Githinji,
Yes.
what is the most exciting thing about this? Have you ever been in a musical?
Yes.
Apart from your childhood
thankfully, yes. Oh,
stories.
yeah, singing in the shower.
In the rain?
Yeah. I have been fortunate enough to. I've been graced and I've been blessed to be part of a couple of productions, but I have only been part of 1, 2, 3 musicals. The first one was with the Festival of Creative Arts a couple of years back, then with the Phoenix Theatre. And then I performed in a musical for 3 months, touring Europe. That was Holland, Denmark,
I like
and
how you're saying this so with
and-
such a straight face. Okay, that's a very big deal. Okay.
and Belgium for 3 months. It was called Out of Africa Safari Through Magical Kenya. So we did that for 3 months, came back home, were paid in euros. Hizo pesa ziliisha by the sijui zilienda wapi.
You were paid in euros and they isha.
Imagine.
Did you
Hata
take-
euro huisha.
Si shilingi pekee.
Si shilingi pekee.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to ask you, what did you said? What that FCA had a musical?
Yes, yes. Festival of Creative Arts.
Wow.
Had a musical. It was called Disturbia. It was a very interesting story. Originally, it was an original story, written, workshopped by Mbeki Mwalimu, and the director was Carol Odongo. Yes.
Speaking of which, I have seen you in capacity of director. How does it feel when being directed?
Oh,
He has directed
I
before.
didn't know that.
now you see, how you kunikinda tu unikinda tu hapa. Anyway, yes, I have worked my way from, for example, on film being a set runner all the way up, and as an actor from being a stage manager. Not to say that that's the least important part in a production, but from being an assistant stage manager all the way up. So it's been a couple of years of work. So yes, I have worked as an actor and as a director as well. And it's a breath of fresh air to have my ideas and my brain settle for a while and have me tap into someone else's brain, which is good. My idea, his idea, both ideas. I have 2 ideas instead of mine, just one. Yes.
Philosopher.
Hivyo ndivyo una feel so far.
Job, what is your vision 2020?
Vision 2020.
Na si ati ni mbali. We're in 2017, it's ending.
This
So
is true.
it's very close. What's your vision 2020?
So I was going to tell you, Vision 2020 and Vision next week for me is the same.
Sawa.
Kiboko.
Because 2020 depends on what I do this week. Yeah, so wake up every day and truly offer people value that moves them one step forward. Whether the times I go back to medicine, occasionally once or twice a week, or when I go to train people in public speaking, just if I can keep moving people 1 inch a day,
Okay.
I think I should be very fulfilled, and they should find value in it.
I want us to focus on your seminar, so to speak, on House of Mastery. I understand you have them every month, or is it bi-monthly?
So House of Mastery has several programs. We have a program called Own Your Story, where we train people to tell their stories. We have individuals who have worked in corporate for years, in government for years, but number one, they have never told their story. Number two, they have never learned how to do it. Many of them are dying with amazing stories that have never been written or even recorded anywhere. So we bring together people who have accomplished a few things here and there, teach them simple strategies for telling their story, and we bring them together panel. You have been on the panel of On Your Story as a speaker.
I have, yes.
Yeah, so bring them on the same stage, have 6 or 7 speakers tell their stories. That happens once every month. Then there are several other events. We have a public speaking conference. We bring together particularly people who are in the industry that requires them to keep speaking. Because do you know that the hardest thing for most people to do is actually to introduce themselves?
Really?
Ask anybody to introduce themselves. They'll say, my name is Job Mogire and I am X, Y, and Z. And that is the wrong way to introduce yourself.
What
if
is
you
the
want
wrong
to
way?
be memorable. If you want to be memorable, you have to introduce yourself in a way that people can remember you. People don't remember the sound of your name. They remember the meaning of your name. So you must give them something to which they can hook your name. This is how I usually introduce myself to new people. Yes. If you have ever been commended for anything you've done perfectly, my name has been used to commend you. If you've ever been told that you have done a good job, they are using my name because my name is Job Mogire.
Hey.
It becomes very easy for you to remember that first name even if you forget the second one. Because I have seen amazing speakers come and make an amazing presentation, but people can't remember their name. So they come and activate demand for a service, but because nobody remembers their name, we end up looking for somebody else to fulfill that demand. And if you are going to have impact wherever you are, you have to be memorable. For you to be memorable, you have to communicate in a way that impacts other people. That's where now you bring emotional intelligence together with public speaking, so that you know, because when you communicate, you must pay attention to how people listen. So that if you know how people listen, how people process information, then now you communicate it in a way that it will be received, it will be retained, and it will remain connected to you. So that you don't create opportunities for Gidinje to come in and become an actor when it was your service for you to offer. So we have public speaking frequently. Then we have what we call the Emotional Intelligence Summit. That happens every second Friday. It's an evening. It's probably I don't think I know the other trainers across Africa who are doing similar work. I can contend very, very confidently that we have the most practical and truly handy summit called the Emotional Intelligence Summit in Africa. In terms of that happens every second Friday. The next one is on 15th, if I could say that, 15th of September. We are using the All Saints Cathedral. Previously we've been in a different venue. We moved there because we are opening it up. So we have up to 100 slots open, and last time it was sold out. We can't satisfy demand, so once it sells out, we close, and that information is all on the Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Including a teaser of what actually happens in the Emotional Summit, right?
Come again?
Including the teaser of what happens in the
Yes,
Emotional Summit. I can find it on.
So there are several events on the Facebook page, House of Mastery with Dr. Job Mogire.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Stuart, I want you to give us the Nairobi School of Performing Arts, the social media handle, so we can follow that up and find out how to get free tickets if we are eligible to get free tickets.
Oh, you're springing that on me now.
I had to.
Okay, fine. So we have a Facebook page, Nairobi Performing Arts Studio. All the details are on there about the production that we have and how you can get tickets. We also have a number which you can call for tickets, which is 0795 715 200. That's 0795 715 200. Either contact us either. Also, we have a website which is www.nairobi-npa-studio.co.ke. Contact us any of those ways to take advantage of the offer that we have on for tickets. And I guess you want a question or something for some free tickets to give away.
It's okay. We'll deal with that later.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sure.
You see, I didn't put you on the spot, so I get points for this, right? Mr. Star, social media handles as we wrap up, and your vision 2020.
First, I want to try. He's saying people then they're introducing themselves. But you see, it's
Go,
biased. It's
go.
biased. No, you see, his name is easy, like Pap Job. Yeah, like now it's Stuart now.
Oh my God, I hate my name here. Nobody's heard of it before. They go, huh? I say, just call me Nash.
Yeah, yours is also easy. You know, like remember
Yes,
the 14th of February, and then people. Yeah, let me see.
I'm Martin.
Ha.
Okay, wait,
Ha.
wait. Drum
Yes,
rolls.
I have
drum rolls.
something. Yes.
Yeah, you ready?
Which camera? It's that one. Yes. They say I am a good listener. Niko na mato mazuri. So I'm mato.
Let the record reflect that everyone in studio burst out laughing.
Yes. Anyway, my social media handles are at Daddy Mato. That is DADDIEMARTO. Daddy Mato.
Daddy Mato.
Always remember. Always remember.
You want to fly away. You believe you
I
can
have
fly.
flown. I have flown a couple of times.
They've taken you places.
I'm telling you, these ears, hey, taskia too.
All right, I want you to give us your vision 2020 as we finalize.
My vision 2020
Yeah.
is that the performing arts in Kenya really develops and becomes an international theatre, film, and TV. Well, TV already, but theatre and film destination for international productions, and also not just importing productions, but also exporting. Because there is a lot of talent here. There really is a lot of talent, but I just think there are not. Oh yeah, you as well. I just think there are not a lot of opportunities here at the moment. But I can see it's growing, and over the next few years, hopefully, it will be where it should be.
We're going to shine bright like a diamond. All right, guys, I think we just have to wind up the show now. Thank you so much for tuning in to Why in the Morning. We have had Job Mogire in studio, CEO and founder of House of Mastery. He is a scholar at Harvard studying emotional intelligence, right? Hey, I got it. We have Stuart Nash, director of Nairobi Performing School of Arts, and he has a play on the September 14th to 17th. That is the 14th and 17th of this month, Jesus Christ Superstar. And Job Mogire has an event coming up on the 15th.
Yes.
That's the Emotional Intelligence Summit. Emotional Intelligence Summit on the 15th at All Saints Cathedral. You have something going on, sir?
Me
Ama wewe tutakupata Jesus Christ Superstar.
hapo
Na?
na pia kuna kipindi ambacho ninakuaga kwa TV, watu
Kasi
wanaweza
TV
ona,
usiseme, mistaki.
watu wanaweza ona
Watakutafuta.
kwa saa hii, wanaweza niona kwa Y254 morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, good job. Thank you so much, guys. From at Shiko Kaitani, from at It's Barry Mo, and all of us at studio, we wish you a fantastic day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
Shiko Kaitani is dressed by the Fashion Frenzy, the fashion spot, the place where fashion lives.